Hi. So Blizzard had a Overwatch 2 PvP live stream. They were just gonna talk about like how I guess the game. Fuck, what did they even talk about? They talked about how the game is doing and how there's maps and stuff. I watched it and I'm scared. See, because I was a big Overwatch 1 fan, and one thing that I really liked about that game is the creativity. You know, like Roadhog being able to hook people and not just having like a gun, not just a guy with a gun. He has a hook now. McCree, he's just a guy with a gun, but he's so badass. And there's the cool alt stuff. Genji is super fucking cool. Just characters in that game it are just so cool and different. I feel like it also has a nice balance between casual and competitive, where games like Valorant, they favor the competitive side way too much, and then there's like Fall Guys where it's just too casual. Overwatch has that nice sort of balance where it's like you can play Mercy if you're like a noob, or you can play McCree or Genji if you're really good. So when Overwatch 2 was announced, I was very excited. I mean, Overwatch is kind of not really dead, but it's basically dead. And so Overwatch 2 is a big relief because I could embrace this creativity again, and I could hook people from a mile away and then have them come back to me. I could slash through guys with Genji. I could have... I'm focusing on 3 characters, yes. There were 3 characters in that game. And they keep releasing stuff, and more stuff comes out, and I'm scared. I get more and more skeptical when shit like Blizzard constantly has delays and just will not give us a good window of when this thing will even release. Constantly being reluctant to show characters like Sojourn, who are pretty much the only new character that we even know about. And the big one is that Jeff Kaplan left Overwatch and Blizzard in general, and he's the game director. So when I went into this live stream, I expected, some sort of big good news and not a big controversial thing, but Blizzard revealed that they would be making the game a 5v5 instead of a 6v6.
Overwatch 2 will be played with 2 teams of 5 players.
And people were so happy when they heard this. There was no backlash, no negative criticism. It was just positive all the way through. And I even think this change would be so bad if the game was 5v5 originally. It was 6v6, and 6v6 was fine. But now people are going to lose their jobs. Pros specifically who go into the Overwatch League and participate as a tank player, they might just not be able to do that anymore because there's a 5v5 system. People like Matt DeLisi, Indy Halpern, Junwoo Kane, Adam Denton, Nathan Gobel, Blake Scott, and Cameron Bosworth, these guys might just not have jobs. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. 5v5 could be very interesting. I don't know how it would work, but maybe there's some sort of, they have a good system for it. Maybe Roadhog has a barrier now. That would be weird. But whatever. Let's just see what they do. So then they proceed to go into New York City, which is a new map. And it's like, yeah, this map looks super cool. This map looks nice. But the gameplay is just not it. I don't see much reason to actually even play in a 5v5. It looks so unbalanced. And I completely understand that this is a work in progress. But it was announced in 2019, it's been a while, even with COVID. I mean, the changes that they've made are so minimal and simplistic that they're some of the most basic changes that I've seen in forever. Alright guys, this might sound a little too crazy, but hear me out. Reinhardt with 2 fire strike.
Wow!
God,
how does he come up with this stuff?
Why didn't we think of this before? Dude, you should be the next Bill Gates.
I am
Brilliant.
the smartest.
And then we actually get into the bulk of the live stream, which is
Plays all over the map.
This happens in Twitch.
so much talking. So much talking. Like, way too much talking. It is insane how much they talk, and they just keep talking. I was so fucking bored even during the gameplay. I can't. Oh, it was terrible. They won't stop speaking about the game, and my God, do they just talk about nothing or just something that no one actually cares about?
New maps, some of which will be playing today.
Oh, what? They've got new maps in their PvP live stream? I would have never guessed that they would have had new maps. And this always feels like the bulk of what they're talking about. It's just absolutely nothing or something so obvious that we just know about. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything about the talking. It is so boring. I mean, they did have some points where they actually talked about some changes and stuff, and that was cool. But the changes are pretty small, and I don't think many people actually care about them. Except for, like, 1 or 2 changes. I know Mei got a big nerf to her, like, primary fire or whatever, where she can't freeze enemies in place anymore. I love that. In fact, I can't get enough of that. If another Mei comes up to me and tries freezing me again, and just keeps freezing, doesn't just shoot my head off, she just keeps holding the fucking trigger down, I'm gonna lose my mind, so thank God for this change. I don't know how Mei mains feel about it. Probably bad. There's this Winston change that looks, I mean, like a buff. It doesn't really look that good though. It does barely any damage, it seems like. And then they bring a fucking tank main in, I guess, to like show how tank players can feel good about this, even though I think it's pretty obvious that he feels bad.
Sometimes you're playing against, the ultimate CC team with like Mei and I don't know, McCree and whatever. And especially as a tank, I'm sure you're well aware of this. And you're just like, oh my God, I hate my life.
And then they bring on Stylosa, who's an Overwatch YouTuber, and he, same thing with Super, who's the tank main. They just really can't say anything good or bad about the tank thing.
I don't know. Based off watching that first map there on New York, I don't know.
I mean, the tank changes, that's definitely the one that, kind of stuck out to me. The fact that, only one tank, because I'm a tank player, and, my experience with tank, it goes up, it goes down. Sometimes you get bullied as a tank with 2.
But then they realize that they have to say something good, because otherwise they're going to be put in the timeout chair from the Blizzard devs.
It looks quite spicy, this does. Could be quite good.
If they do the proper changes, then I think it could actually be pretty good.
And it's so disheartening because there is promise to this game. The maps are just, they're so nice and pretty. They're so well detailed, and I think that it'd be really fun to try and go through those maps. But the characters are what we want you to focus on, Blizzard. Stop focusing on these very minor details that really don't matter too much. Stop focusing on trying to make this look really good. Stop it. Just make a good game. In conclusion, I spent way too long editing this and putting it together. I hope Blizzard can just learn maybe something from my video. Hopefully they, I don't know, I'm not really a teacher, but hopefully they found something useful. I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna stay hopeful. Hopefully you do too. And all I have to say is thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my stuff. Hopefully you did, because this took way too long. Thank you. Bye.